today's video, we are going to be doing my everyday makeup look. I'm super excited to show you guys this because I didn't know I was good at makeup until the other day. I was like complimented by a couple girls. They wanted to know some tips and stuff, and they were just asking me what I use, and I thought, why not create a everyday makeup look for you guys and just show you what I do. I'm not professional. Like, I've learned everything from my mom and from YouTube, like literally. So I mean, oh, and also big props to my cousin Tiffany because she's taught me a lot of brands, gave me some makeup, so I really appreciate that. But anyways, this intro is gonna be so long. So if you want to see how to get this look, make for sure to just keep watching, and yeah, stay till the end. There will be bloopers because I feel like today's video was all over the place. Yeah. Let's get into the video. For my everyday makeup routine, I normally start off with this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I love the e.l.f. primer that I've had before. Just primes my face for my makeup. Definitely the places I get really oily and stuff, I really want to make sure I'm primed. So next, I'm just going to go in with my trusty foundation. Like, this is a foundation that I have loved. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It's in the shade 112. That's my puppy dog. I don't even know if the camera can see him. But just go in with a beauty blender. I'm just going to pour the foundation on just a little bit, because a little bit does go a long way, on the bottom of this beauty blender. And then I'm just going to go in and dab it. I really want to dab it. You don't want to smear it because it's going to give you that smeared look. If you dab it, then it goes into your skin, it sinks into your skin, and it looks more natural, like, rather than smearing it. And as I said, a little bit goes a long way. I really love the Fit Me because it lasts such a long time on my face, and it also doesn't dry me like other mattes do. It doesn't feel cakey, like it feels like a regular foundation. If you wet your beauty blender, it won't be as full coverage. I normally don't wet my beauty blender because I do have acne scarring, pimples, all that lovely stuff. Alright, and I think my foundation is blended in. So next I'm going to go in with my concealer. It's also in the Fit Me line. It's in the shade 10 Light. Now normally I'm 15, but since it's summer and spring and it's starting to warm up, I got a darker shade. And you'd think 10 would be lighter, but actually it's not. It's more of a yellowy. The other ones are more white. So I'm going to go in this triangle looking form shape and go out. That way my eye looks lifted when I blend this out. You want to blend it out this way. You don't want to blend it down or anything. And if you do like the little dots under your eyes, that's just going to accent your under eyes even more. So you really want to use the triangle method instead of the little dots are following your under eyes. So eyes have looked 10 times better once I've used this. And like I've said, I am not a professional by any means. These are just things I've learned and thought, you know, I would share with you. So I'm taking my little beauty sponge, and as I said, I want to blend out and follow my little triangle, but also making sure it gets enough blended down here. And nothing compares to the Fit Me to me. Like this, it lasts long on my skin. It's just a good fit for my skin. Obviously everybody's skin is different, but this is just my favorite. I love how it already looks like an airbrush, just nice natural looking face. I love that. Okay, so while my foundation and my concealer is drying and all that good stuff, I am going to go in with my brows. My holy grail trusty brow stuff that I use is this Anastasia Dip Brow. I use it with the Maybelline angled brush. It works just as well, and it's a lot cheaper than the Anastasia brush. And then I'm just going to use a spoolie first and stroke upwards on my brows. And just make for sure my eyebrows are nice and combed out. Then I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow wax that's on my brush and do my brows. And you want to make for sure your hand is kind of on the end of your brush, because that way you have more of a light hand. Like if you put your hand right here and you're like firmly pressing, your eyebrows are gonna look really dark and kind of fake. So what I like to do is hold it like as far as I can out here, and then that way I still have control over it, but I don't have a heavy hand. So let's do our brows. I just kind of feather them out. I want them to look as natural as can be, but also look better than they were before. And then I'm going to go back in with a spoolie and just brush out my brows again. So I make for sure that it just kind of gets blended and it looks natural. Like here's done, here's not done. So I really like the Anastasia because it still looks natural. The shade still looks really close to my eyebrow. And you'd think this would be hard. Like I was terrified the first time I got this. You'd think it would be hard, but it was actually really easy. Like I said, I've never taken any makeup classes. I've just watched YouTube. So that's where I learned from. And now I've got a few tricks up my sleeves, and I have my own routine now that works for me. That I have a routine that I can trust and always go to and know, oh, this is gonna work, this is gonna last long, you know. Brush out my brows, give them that feathered look, and brows are done. Like, I love how natural these look. I am going to go in with the Maybelline Brow Drama. It's like it's a sculpting brow mascara, but I use it as a setting gel. It's just like a mascara wand, and I just brush through these just to kind of set my brows, just so my brows don't really move, I guess you could say. I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun powder. This is my trusty powder. Like, I absolutely love this, and it's such a big quantity. Like, I got this for maybe $7 to $8 at Walmart. I have it in the translucent extra coverage. What I do first is with a very densely packed brush, I use this small brush. My dog's my company. And I'm just going to like pack it under my eyes, but also like blend it out and upwards, kind of like we did the triangle method. Like, think you're doing the triangle method with your under eyes, and I just kind of spread it out like I'm baking, but I'm just gonna leave this powder under here so my under eyes look nice and set. I'm also gonna set my eyelid so that way it's ready for my eyeshadow, because I also put just concealer as a primer on there. That like works and doubles as an eyeshadow primer, and it works just as well for me. So now that my under eyes are packed, I'm just going to take a nice stippling brush, just something that's not as dense but something that's still going to cover my face. I'm just going to take some powder and just kind of swirl it around on my face just so everything's set. But this isn't like as set as much as my under eyes, if that makes sense. I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie palette first, and what I'm going to do is go into like just my lid and basically everywhere, like my brow bone and stuff, just to kind of set my eyelid. I know we already did that with powder, but I still like to do it with an eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take this one. It's a nice neutral just eyeshadow, and I go up to the brow bone. That way if I don't go up to the brow bone with a different color, my brow bone's already highlighted. Like, that's what I like to do. And the shade we're using is just called Ginger Cream. I got this as a holiday set. I absolutely love anything Too Faced. Their eyeshadow palettes are my favorite. The Sweet Peach is my favorite. Comment down below your favorite eyeshadow palette and where I can get it. Like, I love finding new eyeshadow palettes. That's my thing. I'm going to go in with the Eggnog Latte palette, and I'm just going to go in with Skinny Latte, which is basically a neutral brown. It's kind of a lighter brown, and I'm just going to go with that on my eyelid. I just like, for my everyday look, just a nice neutral look, because I don't want anything crazy. Like, half the time I just don't even do my eyes, to be honest, but I figured I'd go ahead and go in with an eye look. In our inner corner, I'm gonna kind of brighten it up. So in the same Eggnog Latte palette, I'm gonna use Frosty Nog, which is basically just a white. So I'm gonna go in with that in my inner corner, along with Eggnog Latte, which is just kind of a goldy but still a brown, kind of a glitter. So I'm going to go in with that on my lid and just kind of pack it on there. So that way it's kind of bright in my inner corner. If it's bright in my inner corner and I use like a brighter color, your eyes aren't going to look so dark and so tired. So that's what I really love to do in my inner corner, just so my eyes still look nice and bright. Kind of like to bring it down to my lower part of my eye and in the corner right there, just so it's kind of bright. And obviously that's a little bit more white, so we're going to go in with Eggnog Latte and just kind of give it still of a brown color. And then I'm going to take just a nice little blending brush, again keeping my fingers like to the end of the wand, and I'm just going to use like windshield wiper motions and blend that out. I'm going to take Skinny Latte, which is that nice neutral brown, and just go with it in my crease with this blending brush, so that way I've still got like a kind of a contour on my eyelid. And I'm also going to do that to the other side, because if not, that would look really weird. So I'm going to go in with Frosty Nog and just like a nice precision eyeliner brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to go on the lower lash line and take that white color just to brighten underneath my eyes. I definitely wouldn't recommend using a very dark color on your eyes when you don't want like your eyes to look so dark and heavy if you've already got that look itself. Like if you're using makeup to just fix the dark spots, I wouldn't add like a dark color underneath your eye, because it's just going to accentuate it even more and make it look worse. So what I like to do is just add a light color underneath and in the inner corner, and that's like my eye look. That's like my go-to eye look, and I love the way it turns out, love the way it looks. It still looks nice and neutral, but yeah, it looks like you tried just a little. What I'm going to go in with is this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. I love this blush. It's just a nice neutral blush. I'm going to go in on my cheeks with that. It's just a nice subtle blush. And obviously if you add more blush and you don't like it, take some more of that Coty Airspun powder and like just sweep it over top of it, and it'll literally look like you didn't add as much blush as you did. What I'm going to go into is contouring. I use my Amelia Knight Color Couture contour kit. I'm going to take this little Miss Glam, I got this in an Ipsy bag, just small contour brush. So what I'm going to do for contouring, so you can see, is I'm going to start at the ear. Like you want it to start at the ear. You don't want down here, because that's going to look so unnatural. You want to start up here where you have a natural shade, and you're just going to kind of angle it and sweep it down. Don't sweep it all the way down here, because it does eventually sweep down your face. And it's going to give you a nice kind of chiseled cheek, but you don't want to go in too dark, if you know what I mean. Just so it looks, you want it to look natural. You don't want it to look unnatural. So there's this side. Let's go in on the other side. So now what I like to do is just use that same blending brush I used a while back for our eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take that contouring, and I like to contour my nose because my nose is kind of big, so I like to make that a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is just kind of take that shade and bring it down my nose, just so it looks smaller. Like it gives it a shadow and it makes it look smaller. And then I add just a little bit right here just to give my nose kind of a point, kind of like a V, just to give that a point and a tip. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with that contouring brush that I used just to give it like a shadow and a shade and make it look natural. I'm going to add some up here where the sun would normally hit, and just up here like on the outer forehead. And then I'm going to add some to my jawline, just because that gives it a shadow and a cast. So next I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Strobing highlighting stick. So what I'm going to do to highlight, I just highlight my cheeks and like below my eyes. My dog's also like talking now. Please excuse him. You can't control him. He's uncontrollable. He does what he wants. So again, I'm just going to add that natural highlight to my cheek again. It just gives it a nice glow. I'm going to add in the bridge of my nose just to highlight where I didn't contour, so it gives my nose a nice slim look. Then I also like to add just to the tip of my nose just because I can. Then I do my Cupid's bow, because I've been told that this makes your lips look fuller once you have on lipstick or like a lip gloss. And then I add below my lip. And then I also like to add just a little bit above my forehead. I like to glow. I like to glisten. So there's the highlight. I don't know if the camera can really pick it up or not, but it adds a nice shimmery look and it still looks natural. Okay, so next what I'm going to go into is a mascara, but first an eyelash curler. I'm just going to curl my lashes, so I'm going to wrap them around my lashes and give it a couple pumps. Uses the Cosmetics Super Hair Mascara. This is just a sample that I got from Ipsy. I like this mascara. It's a nice, just natural one. Balm Cosmetics Mad Lash Mascara. It's a nice natural looking mascara as well. So let's do our mascara. As I've said before in my other videos, I like anything that makes my eyelashes look fake is wonderful, because I do not like fake eyelashes. What I do just to comb out my mascara and make for sure it looks nice and natural is I take one of these like combs, brush through any mascara that looks clumpy. I just like to brush through that and make for sure my eyelashes look nice and natural. So the eyelashes are done. So the lip gloss that I'm going to go into is the Bare Minerals, I think it's the Gin Nude collection. I got this also in my Ipsy bag once before. It's in the shade Swag, and I think it's a matte. I haven't used this for a really long time. It's just a nice pinky color. And can I also give a big thumbs up to this lip gloss for smelling like chocolate. I really think it smells like chocolate. Like, do you guys think it smells like chocolate? Anybody who has the Bare Minerals Gin Nude, let me know if your guys' smells like chocolate or if I'm just absolutely crazy. I really like the applicator tips to these because they're a flat brush, which is really nice. And it's just easy for me to apply my lip gloss that way. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. So what I like to do is give this a couple pumps, and what it does is it sets your makeup, it melts it into your face, it makes it last all day. Like, a setting spray is always nice to have along with a primer. It just makes for sure and ensures that your makeup is going to last a long time. So let's give this a couple pumps and our makeup will be set. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys just stopping by my channel. It means a lot. So make for sure, if you're not already, to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, because people say that they are not getting notifications for when we upload videos. So make for sure you click the notification bell to know when I put a video up, and you can be the first to watch it. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it and if you liked this look. Comment down below if you'd like to see me create other looks, if you'd like, what other videos you'd like to see me do. I love filming these videos. Like, I feel so myself, and I hope you guys kind of get that out of these videos. Make for sure to check out my blog. I will link that down below along with my social medias. My blog is meant for advice and inspiration and just to kind of share that with you guys. So I really enjoy doing that as well. Blogging, YouTubing, I love it. So yeah. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you are having a lovely day. Love you guys so much, and peace out. We're done. Woo! That was really... I'm in a really weird mood today. I've got smile lines. I guess that means that I'm happy. So that's what we're doing today. If you want to see how I got this, just my everyday makeup look. Like, this is what I do every day. Excuse me. I like that lip. I haven't used that lip in a really long time. My name is Katlyn Grace. My highlight be popping too. You want to say hi? Oh, how lovely. Okay, it's still focused. Okay. Shall we look? Shall we look? Shall we look? Do we look okay? I don't know. Okay, so my eyelashes are curled. So what I'm gonna do okay. He wants me. Nobody else with me. He loves to bite. Just give this a moment.